Hello and welcome to the Bottled Imp. My name is Ken Boyter, as you know already if you've been watching the show, and this is Julian. Julian is in front of the camera. It's a rare thing, so savour it. Julian is the co-creator and producer of the show, and he does all the technical stuff, don't you, like editing and that?
Yes.
All the stuff I don't understand. So yeah, we're here too. Yeah, so why are we doing this? We are here because it's a UK Games Expo preview. We're going to go to the UK Games Expo, and that takes place on the 3rd of June to the Sunday the 5th of June, so it's Friday through to the Sunday, and it's this weekend,
This
Julian.
coming weekend.
Yes, yeah. I can tell you're excited. Just, there's some horses going past the studio, lovely. To add a bit more atmosphere. Just to give you a quick update, I went to one day of this last year because obviously we started to review board games, and I thought obviously this would be a great place to go and find new board games and experience all of that. And I had a thoroughly jolly time. I really enjoyed it. We did do a kind of, I don't know what you call it, an after show.
We did a little. It was sort of one. Was it not one of these?
It was one
of
of
these.
these.
One of these
Where we
chats
just chatted
about
through.
your experience at this event.
Yeah, exactly. So, because I thought it would be a very good idea to go as us, as the Bottled Imp, we've actually got a stand there now.
We won't be dressing up as the Bottled Imp. We'll go as us.
Oh yeah,
We won't be going as the Bottled Imp.
yeah, that's my little surprise.
Oh right. Okay, you've got the full.
Just come on.
Have you got the full costume made up out of papier-mâché?
Yes.
Great. That'll be worth
That's
it.
next year.
Okay.
But I will be wearing a Bottled Imp t-shirt like this. I thought actually.
I might even
Camouflage.
wear one too. We'll have to see.
Ooh, that's the spirit. So yeah, we're on G17 on
He only
Baker
had one
Street.
printed for himself.
It's not true. G17, yeah. So please come if you are going. Come along, say hello. I'll be also. You can buy a copy of my book as well, a children's fantasy book called The Legends of Grimace.
You got a new book out?
I do have a new book, but we're going to do another Imp chat on that.
We shall.
So check that one out. So anyway, let's quickly go through this then. So it's at the NEC Centre. Well, the centre bit is the NEC. Anyway, it's the NEC in Birmingham. That's what the C stands for. What's it all about? You're probably asking, Julian.
What is it all about? I've been there. It's a massive place. Surely surely just a game of Monopoly doesn't take up an entire exhibition space. What else is going on?
Sense your enthusiasm. Well, there is a lot going on, and I've got all this information from the website. So if you do want to check out it in fuller detail, it's actually ukgamesexpo.co.uk. It's in its 10th year, so this has been going a long, long time. There's 14,000 visitors over the 3 days. It's all what they're saying. 7,000 unique visitors.
Wow.
So that's a lot of people into board gaming. Over 150 exhibitors, of which we are one. There's tournaments that are going to take place, so gaming tournaments. There's, I love this stat, I don't know why they've put this in, male and female mix. Yes, there's around 65% males.
That's an event, or is
I
that
don't
a game?
know. They've listed it, basic stats. 35% are going to be women.
Oh, of the people going?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Wow.
if you're single.
It's more women than I thought would be there.
Exactly. Or maybe it's just 65 men and 35 men. They haven't put the percentage signs in. Anyway, it's very, obviously, you can imagine, family and children friendly. And there's obviously going to be a chance to buy the new games that come out, and presumably old games as well. So that's kind of like a brief overview. Other things, look, they've got a list here.
What's that?
This is from their website, I printed it out. There's going to be artists there, so fancy artists. There's going to be authors, like myself. Although I foolishly didn't put myself down as one. So on the authors page on the website.
You're still
there.
Still new.
Yeah, that's
Calling
true.
yourself an author.
That is true. I guess
Humble.
I haven't
That's good.
sold a copy yet.
No.
So until that happens. There's a bring and buy, so apparently there's a kind of second-hand market going on there
So
as
your
well.
books could end up there.
Straight there.
Straight.
Straight in discount. 50%
A
off.
bargain bucket.
He's a cheeky imp, isn't he? There's a face painter there.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to that. Get like a dragon or something. There's a family zone. Not quite sure what happens there. I guess that's kid-friendly board games, because some of the board games can be quite dark in theme. There's a food festival, which presumably means burger vans.
Probably, yeah. Who knows?
There's going to be guests, and we can go through a quick of those. And open gaming, which I guess is maybe one of the main reasons why people go to try new games. There's going to be lots of publishers with new games, demoing games, even play testing games, I believe. There's also like a Dragon's Den event that's happening. Like it's called Raven's Lair.
Right.
Because it's got copyright. Obviously.
Yeah. Like it. I see what they did.
Yeah.
And you can pitch your game to some game millionaires.
Yeah. Monopoly money.
Right. Yeah.
It's all. You had to do it in advance. So I think about 3 or 4 months ago, they were asking for submissions, and basically anyone who's got a prototype, it had to be over prototype level, right. So it had to be fairly good quality. And you'd have to sort of have worked it out. You couldn't just bowl up with some bits of paper and that and half an idea. But I think that's open to the public. I'm pretty sure it's open to then go and watch it as an event, which I think is quite interesting to see what gaming industries would make of somebody's game. Because I think, like all of us, I can write a book. Yeah. How hard is it? I can design a board game. You know, and I think it's obviously harder than you think it is. I'd imagine.
I would think so. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of designing a board game?
No. Not really. No.
You ever thought?
Although I know someone who has designed some board games.
Oh, have you?
I know someone of that.
Kept that
a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's an off-camera chat. Yeah. Have you ever thought of playing a board game?
I'm partial to a bit of game of life.
Excellent. Nothing wrong with that, is there? I haven't played that in years. So that's basically a kind of a little bit more detail, but there is, just going to quickly go through some of the publishers. There are going to be big publishers as well as smaller publishers, and I love that mix, because last time when I walked around, obviously you're going to recognise, Fantasy Flight are going to be there, Arcane Wonders, you've got Z-Man Games, you've got Asmodee, they're going to be there, but then, you've got little things, Big Potato, never heard of them, but I'm sure they're good stuff. Battle Board Games, there's basically Wooden, who I met last year.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, where they create gaming accessories, really lovely quality. And obviously we've done a few like Little Imp extras, haven't we? Who else? And then there's going to be people like us. There's going to be like more media there, media. There's going to be YouTube channels and podcast channels are going to be there. Then there's going to be online shops like Games Law, Gaming Books. Who else are going to be there? Meeple People? No, Meeple's Corner. I've heard of those. Mayfair Games are going to be there. They're another big publisher. Nomad Games, who do the Digital Talisman.
Oh, right.
So it'd be nice to go and chat to them. And what we're hoping to do, I haven't asked you this, we're going to try and do some interviews. I've asked you that. Have we got the camera?
We've got cameras. Look,
we've got cameras. Oh yeah,
got other cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. We're working on the equipment side of
Fingers
going
crossed.
out on location.
This is why we need to do a Kickstarter campaign. Okay, so we're going to be doing like interviews with publishers and designers and artists and authors. And
hopefully,
basically anyone. That
we're planning on doing some kind of interviews. Let's not big it up just in case it never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hoping to interview some people there. Put out some content on this lovely channel.
We could always fake it afterwards.
We can. I could wear a beard and stuff. And you could interview me, and we'll give you something, whether it's legit or not.
So we've got other things. Steamforged Games are going to be there. They're the ones that had that really massive campaign about. It was like over £3 million raised for a board game, Dark Souls. So they're going to be there. That's exciting. And who else have I got here? There's Dark Ops are going to be there. I mentioned Z-Man Games, but there's loads. So there's reams of this, and all of these are actually available for you to look at on the website. Tournaments are going to be things like there's a Catan Championship happening. There's Ticket to Ride. I know that's not fancy, obviously. There's Seven Wonders, Splendor, Carcassonne. Yeah, you've no idea, have you?
I've heard of these words.
Then there's a big when I walked into a big tent sort of accidentally. I went, what's going on here? And it was Warhammer, sort of war miniature gaming. I've not really delved into. I've no idea really about that, but I do like the little painted minis that they have. And it was a really intriguing thing because I've never seen so many people pretty quiet. They were just really concentrating. Right. Yeah, it was very surreal. And so obviously if you're into war gaming and Warhammer, then that is definitely the 10 for you. So there's tournaments along those lines. There's various different artists, as I mentioned, which was really cool because you just stumble across a stall that had some beautiful fancy art. Are you going somewhere? He is actually.
Keep an eye on the time so this doesn't end up being half an hour long.
And that's why he's the producer. I'm trying to speak as quick as possible, as you can tell. Ralph Horsley. There's Andre Schneider. Linda Jones, Gillian Pearce, Vicky Dalton, James Hayball. Now, I'm not familiar.
They're all names of people.
Yes, they are. These are the artists that have been listed there. There's probably a few more as well. I'm not 100% sure. But again, you can look at examples of their work. I'm not totally familiar with these works, although you might see them, in board games or on books and not necessarily know who the artists are. I think it's one of those. It must be quite difficult to become famous as an artist, mustn't it?
Well, yeah. In all realms of artistry.
Yeah, that's true. And then we've got fantasy authors, of which I'm going to be there, but I'm not on the list.
So he's not coming in.
Yeah. Although I will be wearing smart shoes. No, don't quote me on that. Jonathan Green, Richard Denning, Darren W. Pearce, and Gareth Baker. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Did you struggle with the word Baker?
Well, it's small print. I thought it said Barker.
Okay.
So again, they're going to be there, presumably selling their copies of books. And I just think it's a really cool idea because if you're into any of these artists or illustrators or or the board gaming, you can talk to the people that are involved.
To meet them, yeah.
Which I think is brilliant, obviously. What else? And then then they have seminars. You see?
Wow. I
just thought it was gaming.
So much more to it.
There is. So there's 3 days worth of I'm not going to go through them all, but there's things like but we should go to this, UK board gamers, YouTubers, everything you wanted to know more. Now I don't know why we're not.
Well,
because
don't know.
I was slack, didn't get in there. But so it'd be interesting to go along to that.
Well, we should be punters.
Yeah,
we're only little. They might be big YouTubers.
That is true. We're relatively new to the whole YouTube thing. There's teaching with games, so how are games used to teach and learn? Quite interesting if you're a teacher, obviously. Is there anything new under the sun? New game ideas? So those seminars. What else? Oh, there's cosplay. I forgot to mention that, did I? Cosplay, so obviously people dressing up in various sort of outfits from sci-fi and horror and fantasy.
Board games. Dressed up as like Trivial Pursuits, Pie.
And Mr. Monopoly Man.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I don't know why. Did he do that?
I think he probably had a little stick.
He had a little cane, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
A little cane?
Don't know, yeah, I think so, probably. Should have.
Also, what else we've got? Draw Like a Pro, so it looks like there's some sort of artist seminar going on, or workshop. Okay, so someone who does, Gillian Pearce, who does art for role-playing games, so you can learn to draw. What else? Oh, yeah, there's more podcasts, so Shut Up and Sit Down Live podcast. Now, I've heard of those guys. Very funny, very good. So you can go along and actually be in the audience. Plus, there's a Q&A with Colin Baker, who was, which Doctor number was that?
He was numbered 84.
Exactly. No, he was number. Hang on, see if I get it right. Number 6. We need to
wrap it up because
the
camera will stop recording after a certain amount of time on its own.
There's just so much
might have
more.
stopped already.
There's also the Dice Tower. They're going to do one of their live.
The Facebooking and stuff that we're going to be doing on the way, so they should join Facebook and all that. Yes. That's the important stuff.
The important stuff
is to follow us on Facebook.
But I was going to say, the Dice Tower are going to be there. The Tom Vassell and Sam Healy, they're coming over. They will be doing a live show as well. Obviously, all that information is on the ukgamesexpo.co.uk. So tell us more about this Facebooking stuff.
Well, we shall be heading off up there tomorrow to set up the stand. Thursday, because we don't know when we're putting this out. Yeah, it won't be today we're putting this out. So on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we may have gone up there yesterday. I don't know. Who knows when this is going to go out.
Time travel.
But anyway, and we're obviously travelling up there on Friday because it starts on Friday.
Yeah.
And we are going to be posting some stuff to Facebook, to our Facebook page.
Giving you little snippets.
Little snippets. We'll be posting photos, maybe doing some Facebook Live, little things of there's broadband and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, if you don't follow us on Facebook already, follow us on Facebook because there will be additional content to obviously the content we produce after the Expo for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll be taking pictures.
We'll be taking some pictures. And we'll just be doing some stuff along the way on the road trip there, and when we get there, and just little extra rough and ready clips and bits and
just to give you a feel of what it's going to be like.
You can't make prior to the proper stuff that we shall edit together and put out at some point after the Expo.
Yeah.
So follow us on Facebook basically. A lot of you don't. So if you do the Facebook thing, follow us at Facebook /The Bottled Imp.
And Julian
For
can be very
additional
scary,
content.
so I'd listen to what you say.
It's all about Facebook.
And are you looking forward to it, Julian?
I'm gagging for it so much you'll not believe. It's just games of my life, board games and stuff. And I just love to throw myself into the world of fantasying and getting my fantasy on as hard as I can.
This will be a new experience for you. I think you might enjoy it. I want you to go and play a game at least.
I think
one of these new modern
We won't
games.
have time for playing. Do you think you're going to be playing games?
No.
We've got a stand.
I know.
We'll be standing at our stand.
I know we will.
Or handing out flyers.
And doing interviews as well.
And trying to get some footage.
But we'll have little breaks and you can go and play.
You'll be playing games. I'll be standing at the stand for 3 days. I know how this is going to pan out.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we'll see.
We'll
see whether I enjoyed it or not.
Yes.
After this
yeah,
weekend.
we'll do a debrief, won't we?
Yeah,
and Julian never comes back to the Bottled Imp. So I hope you enjoyed that little overview. As I said, there's lots going on. I personally am very excited. Julian, well, let's find out just exactly how he enjoyed the experience.
A blank canvas of
grumpiness.
Grumpiness. No, I'm not grumpy.
He's not grumpy. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Remember, we do have our Fancy Friday show that comes out. When does it come out?
I think it comes out on Friday.
Yep, clues in the title.
Check
Plus,
that one
we
out.
do on Wednesday our Fantasy News show. So obviously, subscribe if you haven't done so. Follow us on Facebook as Julian has ordered you to do. So thank you once again for watching, fellow imps. And remember, keep it unreal.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.